Charles has written a great piece, and it's CNN is not a news network. And this is for the National Review magazine, and I really enjoyed this one. Let me give you a little bit of what Charles writes here, just because I love this one. But he makes the core argument he makes is what I've been telling you, or part of the argument he makes is what I've been telling you for a long time. Because people ask, how could you have worked there? If you think CNN's so terrible, why would you go there? And what I say to them is, CNN has changed. People forget MSNBC originally was if not a conservative network, a home for a lot of conservatives. The only network, this is kind of a fun fact, where Ann Coulter, who is fantastic, the only network where Ann Coulter was ever a paid contributor was MSNBC, in fact. MSNBC, it's changed. These places can change over time. CNN used to be the closest thing you could point to a neutral cable news network. Now, that doesn't mean it was neutral ever. It was always center-left. It's always skewed liberal. No question about that. But it has gone from the network of, Schumer and Pelosi, if you will, which liberal, to the network of AOC and Rashida Tlaib and, Bernie Sanders. I mean, it's just way left in its politics. Now, it's still establishment, so they were Hillary over Bernie. Don't get me wrong on that. But I mean, in terms of how hard left CNN has become, it has changed. It has changed in recent years. Here's what Charles writes. When Think Progress announced that it was going out of business, a few observers wondered aloud, why didn't anybody buy it? But why would they when we have CNN? He writes, as a child, I was aware of CNN in part because of its introductory bumper featured the sinister voice of Darth Vader, he means James Earl Jones, and in part because it was both the prototype and the stereotype of the 24-hour news channel. When things would happen, you'd say, turn on CNN. CNN was careful and self-consciously nonpartisan. At least it was keen for its viewers to believe it was. In short, it was what it says it was, a news network. It is no longer that. These days, CNN is a peculiar and unlovely hybrid of progressive propaganda outlet, oleaginous media apologist, sexless cultural scold, and frenzied Donald Trump stalker blog. When news breaks, it is no longer useful or appropriate to tell someone turn on CNN, because if he did, he would be as likely to be presented with a wall of advocacy and obsession as with the headlines of the hour. Today, CNN does not broadcast the news. It broadcasts what it wants you to think the news is. Wow. There you have it. There you have it. Troubling stuff, my friend. But the reality of what CNN has become, it is no longer a news network. It is not about advocacy. It's not about honesty. It is about advocacy. And I think it's long since time people recognize that.